Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game from Scratch, and today we have a new bundle of interested game developers, and nope, we're not talking about Humble this time. We're talking about the one site on the entire internet that can give Humble a run for its money in value, and that is Fanatical. And what we're talking about today is a bunch of loops and soundtracks. These are stuff you can use in your game or your game trailer to make music. Now of course, the devil is always in the detail for the licensing, and we're going to check that out at the end of this video. But just be aware, this is designed to be used in your games. You can use them in your trailers. You shouldn't have to worry about YouTube's awful content ID system. So this one is broken into a variety of tiers here. Unfortunately, you're seeing Canadian pricing because, well, I'm Canadian. But it basically boils down to if you buy tier 2, you get tier 1. You buy tier 3, you get tier 2 and tier 1. Very similar to the way that Humble is set up. At the first tier, we're looking at $1 US. You get 5 products. At the second tier, you get an 11 additional products. And then at the third tier, you're getting 26 products for, I bet you that's 20 bucks and $10 and $20 respectively. So let's take a look at what you're getting here. So at the first tier for $1 US, you're getting the chill bass and guitar pack, the synth sounds of Mantra, cinematic IDM, sub-chill, global beats, cinematic rhythms, and the Opium Lounge pack. If you're interested in any more of these, I'll show you how to get the details in just a second. It's at the bottom of the screen, so we'll get there soon. And then we jump up to the next tier, the $10 US tier. You're getting these ones in addition to these ones. Now, it's kind of funny the way they set things up because they really front load that first tier as being the value of values. For $1 alone, you're getting these 5 different packs. At the next tier, $2 tier, you're getting these additional packs to bring you up to, what are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more on top of the existing ones. So I guess that's how they came up with the 11. It's math, 5 plus 6. Amazing. Okay. So at the tier 2, you're getting techno rhythms, deep space loops and samples, cinematic industrial, hip-hop guitars, memory wave 80s, and then finally Cinemax, 80s hardware synth sounds. And then finally at the final tier, or the tier 3 tier, you're getting Lo-Fi Drift 2, heavy industrial, shadow impact industrial scoring tools, iron scores, epic orchestral film scores, and MIDIs. Arena rock metal loops, wicked drops, Stacy Blades, and Sonic's chiptune drum and bass, rap instrumentals, ambient guitars, loops and samples, loop theory, trip hop loops and samples, glitch arcade loops and samples, and finally Daniel Finch's heavy guitars, and he is angry and pointing at you. So if you want to learn more about these individual bundles, it is all linked down below here. So each one, by the way, you can get here via this. It will update it as well. So if there's an individual one you want to look at, it's there. You can get a sample of the music in action. So for example, here is the trip hop. Now you can't fast forward using this one, so let's switch over to the arcade glitch. Oh, you might be able to fast. Nope. No, you can't. All right, so we're going to look at some of the samples in a sec. So this may not be the ideal way to preview it, but for anything you want to come down here, get an idea of what it's all about. So you're seeing here the glitch arcade loop sample presents sounds like oval compact blah 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 blah. You'll get 78 files, all loops, beats, synths, pads, basses, SFX, blips, glitches, and clicks. In that particular pack, the guitar pack, you get details: 92 metal guitars, all set at 130 BPM. The rap instrumentals and so on. So you get all the descriptions of what you're getting there. All of these packs are WAV format. Now, as it goes with these kind of bundles, I always pick them up and let you know. As you can see here, I downloaded a couple of them already. Head on over here. Oops, that's for later. Over here, you can see all of the various different pieces are in your purchases folder. You can come back here and download things as many times as you want. I've already downloaded a couple of them, but if you want to grab them yourself, basically just come on in here. They're in zip format. Here is a 210 megabyte zip, so you get an idea. Their servers are reasonably quick, so we're going to do a 200 mega download in, I don't know, about 10 seconds. You can download things as many times as you want off of Humble services, and again, not bad for speed. In terms of what you actually get, here we are in my downloads folder. I downloaded a couple, so I got the soundtrack Loops Lo-Fi Drift Volume 2 and Loops Deep Space. You can see here there are zip file folders there. I guess we got the techno one just downloaded here too. So here, for example, is the Loops Drift Volume 2. See, it's broken down into different categories under different scales and so on. Open these ones up, you get it broken down again into the various different instruments that are involved. So see, you need drums, for example. You can see here, you're also getting the SoundForge / Vegas SFK metadata there as well. And then you're getting the raw waves. So that's low drums, and we got some piano effects to kick in there as well. So obviously you can layer all these effects together in making your own music. So the other one I've got downloaded here is Deep Space. This one does have the licensing agreement attached to it, so we'll get back to that in a second. I got it in a much prettier format. And here you can see it's a series of loops, all at 110 BPM, and again, all in wave format, which is going to be pretty much universally available in any DAW. So that is what the pack is all about, a huge collection of things. And as I mentioned earlier on, I do have the EUL here. I don't know why this is such a brutally unreadable font they've gone with here, but so the nice thing here is one of the big problems I have with a lot of these content packs is often content ID. Content ID being the stupidity of the way YouTube sees, oh, this is the first time I've ever heard it, I give the rights to you. So the first video that uses it claims the rights. The cool thing that they have done is they have registered all of these things, so nobody can copyright claim you. Soundtrack Loops has all the content ID set up. That means if you use these loops in your own music, they won't be, if someone else also uses them, they won't be able to tag them or pull them from you, if that makes any sense. Since the content IDs are all are registered, you shouldn't run into a problem on YouTube, which is definitely a nice thing. In terms of the licensing for going ahead and using these, again, I am not a lawyer. The details are right here. The license expressly forbids resale, relicensing, or distribution or other distributions of the sound, either as they exist or modifications thereof. You cannot sell, loan, rent, lease, assign, upload, or download from any server or transfer any or all enclosed products to use, blah, 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 blah. But what they're really saying there is you're not allowed to use them in isolation. You're not allowed to use them as a standalone, but you can use them in combination with other sounds in music production to create something new and unique. Uses include soundtracks, video games, radio, TV programs, advertisement, computer games, multimedia presentations, public performances, and others within new original music compositions. License can use contents as sound effects in games and other visual media. So basically, the way I understand this one is more or less you can't you sell these as sound effects. You can't sell them standalone. You can't redistribute them. So you can use them in your game of choice. The only scenario in which I could foresee a problem for a handful of you is if you wanted to use these sound effects in an open source game. You do not have the rights to redistribute these sound effects in that way. But if you are making your own game and they're compiled into your binary or whatever, you're good to go. You can use it in multiple products. You can use it nicely enough. People can record it and it's not going to flag on Content ID because they have already registered everything in Content ID. Again, I am not a lawyer, so do not quote me on any of this. I will not be held liable, period. So if you're interested in grabbing it, that pack is on. This pack runs until, I don't see it on screen, just a sec. Okay, so from my email, it is available for 4 weeks starting today. So basically, it looks like this is going to run until January the 2nd. So a really nice collection of tracks and music. It's basically broken down into a very component way, so you can mix and match all these various different pieces in your DAW of choice to start producing music. Again, I can't speak towards the quality of music, and that's very subjective, but the cool thing here is every single trip or track or set or whatever, there is a sample you can check out. So you get an idea of what is available in this, but as you saw from the way they're broken down, it's really set up to be a bunch of like building blocks for creating your own soundtracks, etc. So definitely a useful pack. And at, let's see, for everything here at, what did we decide, $20 US, or even just 5 of them at $1, pretty good value there too. And I like the fact that they've registered with Content ID. I hope that everybody does that in the future because YouTube system is kind of stupid. Anyways, that's it. That is the Soundtrack Loops bundle running over on Fanatical. Let me know what you think. Comments down below, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.